Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gangsta commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons. It's Saturday morning cartoons.
Happy
Saturday,
everybody!
Hello.
Yeah, everyone.
Welcome to Shaturday Morning Cartoons. The VCR Party live gang is here. That's Joe and Nick of the Found Footage Festival. You got director Steve. I'm George. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing?
Super. Very excited.
I just took a shower. My hair's still damp. So you do the math.
I came prepared in case I know that normally Joe doesn't do fifth corners, but in case he does, or I'm ready to sleep, I come prepared.
Oh.
Mm.
Do you wear a sleep mask, Steve?
Often, I would say, and a lot of times I'll put a T-shirt over my eyes too. I like that better than a sleep mask. But
I remember one time, I think we were shooting the thing for True TV in Wisconsin, and you would listen to music when you were going. We had to share a room.
Yeah.
And we each had our own bed, and you would listen to music as you were going to
Still do.
sleep. And you played there was an Adele song that played on a loop over and over and
Ooh.
over again. I was like, oh, he must have to listen to this Adele song to get to sleep.
no, that was probably.
And
a
I was
mistake.
too polite to say, Steve, turn this shit off, please.
Yes,
but-
I respect that you were that polite. That Midwestern came out. I feel like it was only because we were probably shooting in the Midwest. If I did that here in New York or somewhere else, you would have.
Yeah.
You wouldn't cut it.
You know, I usually wear a sock over my face. And I think you know that because there was one time we were showing Plunkets that I had the outline of a sock, and I believe Nick said I looked like a human panini.
Sounds like something I'd say. Sure.
You wear a sock over your eyes when you're trying to sleep?
Yeah, it's the most comfortable. I've tried everything. Shirts, it has to block light completely, but also be comfortable.
Do you go with a clean one or one that was on your foot?
Definitely a clean one.
Okay.
Definitely a clean one.
Every day we peel back another piece of this onion, I'm just more and more
Yeah.
confused about who George is.
A lot's coming out today.
Wow.
So today we're going to be watching an episode of the Dragon's Lair cartoon. For arcade goers in 1983, the Dragon's Lair arcade game was a complete shock. It was a highly detailed cartoon with its own pre-recorded soundtrack. You got to play it, at least it seemed that way. It was a huge hit. So of course it was going to end up on Saturday mornings, though in a much shaddier form. But before we get started, cereals, mugs, what do you guys got?
We were in Woodstock, New York a couple weeks ago, and I got this cereal. This comes from Joe and Kate Gotti, who are helping us catalog all our videos. And this is Josh's Jacks. This is Josh Allen's own cereal, I guess. So
Cool. Have you
Here
eaten them
he is.
yet, or are you going to save it for a collector's item to
here
sell on
he is
eBay one
leaping
day?
over the bite. I have not eaten them yet. They're still sealed. Should I try them?
I think you should eBay it in like 20 years from now.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And that'll be your retirement.
Yep.
I like that.
there's-
It looks like it's made from Zubaz, the packaging.
It does. I know. That's what I love about it. So I do kind of want to keep this. I always like the Packer cereals. Like there was a Jordy Flakes. Jordy Nelson had his own cereal, and I like the local cereals.
Is it basically just Fruit Loops, but just the purple and red ones, it looks like?
I assume so. I assume it's vaguely fruit flavored, but
And probably
yeah.
no niacin in there, right?
Let's see, 0%.
Yep,
Ooh.
I didn't think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
stay away.
scared.
Stay away.
Okay.
I am. See, I knew that Steve was joining us, and I had no idea what we were watching for Saturday today, so I assumed it was something sports related. So I pulled out my sports related mug that is the world's greatest sportsman.
Yeah.
I've shown that one before, but like I thought, I'd be in the theme because usually Steve joins us for sports related ones. Why is Steve joining us for this one? What does Steve have to do with Dragon's Lair?
Steve is the when you're there's that box on the wall that you hit it with a hammer and then you pull the alarm. Steve
Oh,
is
yeah.
the emergency guest.
I'm Tony Randall was it for Conan. I feel like I'm the
Yeah.
Tony Randall of
You're our Tony Randall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
guess flight gets delayed, something like that. Tony Randall sitting in the seat.
What
you
about
got,
you,
Steve?
Steve?
Well, I made myself to all my nieces and nephews Uncle Awesome. So I got this one. Hello, my name is Awesome. They gave it to me for Christmas a few years back, and I'm telling you, it's
Wow.
stuck. I highly advise everyone to do it. Just declare yourself Uncle Awesome and just keep doing it.
I'd like to have an uncle off with you because I think I am like the awesomest uncle.
Not
Like,
even close.
are you serious?
Oh yeah, it's not. I was playing. So I make a video every year, and then we play videos.
I make videos for him.
Or, well, then we maybe, but I don't think so. I think mine's probably higher quality. They're acting in them. They're starting very, very young. It's great.
My niece and nephew consider me their hero. So, I mean,
You?
yeah.
Yeah, I find that hard to
You-
believe, Nick. I mean, make it a little more believable.
Oh, I spoil them
Yeah.
rotten. They came and saw our
Oh, you
show
buy
for the
'em
first
things.
time.
Okay.
Handmade things. Yep, I got it's my nephew's birthday, and I got him a polio sport wallet for his birthday. So, yep,
Oh, you took it from the merch box?
I
got
paid
it for him?
cost.
Cool.
Yep.
Wow.
I paid full
Did
price
you-
for it, and wrapped it up, put a bow on it,
Okay.
and yep.
Okay. You're gonna reimburse Found Footage Festival for that?
Absolutely,
then?
of course,
Okay. We'll
yeah.
run down to the bank tomorrow.
Okay, George,
George.
what do you have?
Well, I've actually got two things. First, I've got pumpkin spice frosted flakes.
Oh yeah,
The niacin level is 20%,
not bad.
Not bad.
but
Just need 5 bowls. You'll be there.
I tear through this. It's really, I actually realized I can't differentiate between the flavor of pumpkin and the flavor of honey. It's both the same. I assume there are different flavors, but if you've eaten enough Fun Dip, it's all like it's either just sweet or not sweet. But you got us off cereal, Joe, with Fun Mugs, and that was
Yeah.
great. And then Nick had cool cups, and so I'm gonna try to do crazy caps. You know, because in the morning
Whoa.
when I put caps, this is
Unorthodox.
my Culture Club cap from painter's cap from 1983.
Was
Is
it
that while
yours?
painting?
Yeah.
Was it
Yes.
actually yours?
Yeah, there are a lot of
Oh.
photos of me on vacation wearing it. I was a big Beatles fan, and then people made fun of me for just liking the music. My brother liked. I thought Boy George was an attractive woman,
Mhm.
and I thought, well, I'll like this band. And it also has some Pac-Man buttons on it.
Oh.
Another layer of the onion. I am loving
Yeah,
it.
all
and
right.
I should mention that my first girlfriend was goth and looked an awful lot like Boy George. In retrospect, I realized
Oh,
that. while
all right.
preparing.
Maybe he
there's
was a
something
beautiful
there.
woman.
Steve, are you writing all this down for
Oh, you bet-
for the
you better
biography?
believe it. Oh,
There's
I
not much
can't
left
wait.
of the onion. All right, let's watch a commercial to get things going.
Okay.
The most advanced video game you can play is awaiting your discovery at Showbiz Pizza Place. The princess is held captive, and only the brave knight, Dirk the Daring, can save her. With sophisticated laserdisc animation, you'll move Dirk through the innumerable dangers of the enchanted castle to rescue the beautiful princess. Dragon's Lair, the supreme adventure in video games, brand new at Showbiz Pizza Place.
Now, my favorite part is, let's see, this guy's sort of like post-coital expression.
Well, he
Yeah.
just saw Daphne in that negligee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I was going to bring that up. Are we going to hit it later? Then I'll wait.
I remember seeing that game in a grocery store in Prairie du Chien when I was, I don't know, probably 7 or 8, and just being blown away by it. I was like, the future has finally arrived.
yeah.
This is as good as it's ever going to get.
And
I-
that's probably correct.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right. But was it more expensive? I feel like it was like
Yeah,
50
it was a 50
cents instead.
cent.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah,
It
Because
was-
that's-
think
I never
maybe
played
more.
I played it in Aladdin's Castle, and of course it was impossible. You have to time it just perfectly, and to the point where you didn't know if the controller was working or not. I remember talking to the guy and being like, "I think it's broken," because
Yeah.
the timing had to be perfect. And me too. I thought it was like the most advanced thing. I was like, "We're playing a cartoon by Don Bluth. Like this is incredible." And then eventually they just had it on a DVD where you just had to hit left or right on your DVD remote
Yeah.
control. So the most advanced video game was, I guess, a little bit of a hoax. But
Did you know who Don Bluth was when you were 9?
Were you a big Bluth head when you were
I
7 or
was,
8?
yeah, because I love The Secret of Nim,
Mm.
and so I love that animation style.
You know what the secret is? Don Bluth is awesome. That's
He
the secret
is.
of Nim.
I love that guy.
I don't want to, spoiler alert.
And I had a crush on Daphne and would try to draw her in notebooks after seeing her in the game. So.
I have a hard time believing that a 9-year-old would know who Don Bluth is.
Well, not
though.
9, but I knew that it was like the guy who did Secret of Nim. So I don't know. I wasn't like, oh, it's Don Bluth. I just was like, I like this animation.
That's the way that you presented it, though. You were like, "Oh, so awesome!" Like Don Bluth did this.
All right, sorry for misleading you.
They've been on the road together for a few days. This is what you came for, people. You don't care about cartoons.
Disagreements about Don Bluth. Okay.
In fact,
Your knowledge of Don Bluth at 9
Okay.
years old. That's what the disagreement was over.
I texted Steve a couple days ago about my idea for a pilot, which is it's a show called Joe versus Nick,
Oh, okay.
and it's just 3 different events on each episode.
Physical or
That's
mental?
the thing. First one is physical, like a
Okay.
shot put. One is mental, like I don't know, like a logic puzzle, and the
VCR
third is
Smarty.
whimsical, like jarts or lawn darts. If you're
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sure.
I play that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Battle of the Network Stars. I think that's great.
Yeah.
The 300 people who watch VCR Party, maybe some of them will come over to that. And,
No, I think
Yeah.
this
Maybe
is
we'll get
going to
60
be the
of them.
breakout because people like
Yeah.
to see grown men fighting over nothing.
I'm really good at fighting over nothing. Yeah. So,
they've come to the right place.
All right,
you
so
want to just skip the cartoon today? Do we have to watch it?
no, let's just call the show.
I want to see it. I want to see
Okay,
it.
all right.
Okay.
So a little bit of history about the arcade game. Dragon's Lair was developed by Rick Dyer. He was a fan of text-based computer adventure games, so he wanted to make his own self-contained version. It's kind of like an electronic choose-your-own-adventure, and this is what he came up with.
Consider this the first video game invented by Rick Dyer. It was developed in a garage in Pomona.
Nick, were you a Rick
way
Dyer
back
fan when you
in
were 9?
1979.
Yeah, I followed everything.
This was
he did.
Dyer's first computerized interactive game. It used cash register paper, a good omen of things to come.
Computer would, kind of like a player piano, it would roll the paper forward at a high speed and then stop, and you'd see a picture and some writing, and it would give you a list of choices.
All right, so this was obviously extraordinarily unwieldy, and no company was willing to bite. So he did a little better.
From that, he developed a computerized film strip game, then added sound.
Yeah, so that wasn't going to happen. But then at a 1982 arcade electronic show, he saw this. This is a game called Astronville. I was unfamiliar with it, but it had, a typical arcade game foreground object that you were controlling, but the background was all laserdisc images. So that was like a huge step forward. I saw a game called Mach 3. I don't know if do you remember this game?
Oh, no.
It was another Laserdisc game like this, where when you were playing it, there was just this little object that you were actually controlling. But the background was like the Grand Canyon. It was the most incredible experience.
Like Sewer Shark on the Sega CD.
Similar,
Okay.
but since I don't know it, I can't say.
Oh.
Anyhow, so he saw that. He wanted to incorporate that. But then he saw Don Bluth's The Secret of Nim.
Been there.
Yeah. So, and he actually ran over Nick on his way to try to get to Don Bluth. He just beaten him.
Oh, so close.
And the two of them started working together. The plot was very simple. You got this goofy knight, Dirk the Daring. Here's the intro.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
So you're controlling Dirk. This isn't like 10 pixels like Galaga or something, which I love. Maybe it's Galaga. I'm not sure.
I always
But I
said
love it.
Galaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like this is full animation. This was insane. And then you have, of course, Daphne, who you're after. Don Bluth took a special delight in drawing her. And then there's that was Singe the
Lord.
dragon.
Wow,
What's
he gave her nips.
Animators always like to draw the ladies.
Yeah.
Spend a little extra time.
He
Yeah.
gave her nips.
Yeah.
She's
I mean,
wearing
look
a
at
thong. She turns
yes.
around.
And but like this was a time in which Miss Pac-Man was just wearing a bow, so it's not that not
That's
that
true.
far out
That's
of left
pretty
field.
racy.
But the animation was
What?
that was
Wow.
real. It was like everybody thought this was what was going to be. It was going to kill all other arcade games. That Laserdisc was going to take over. They all had these pioneer players inside. There, you got Liza Minnelli on the left, Paul Simon on the right. Neither of them were part of the game. And I know it's revered, but I actually thought the game kind of sucked. As a
Dragon
game,
Slayer?
it sucked. Yeah, I loved standing next to the game and watching other people lose money. But like, I think like I was $1 in and I never played it again.
I never
Because-
played it once. So how did it work though? Didn't you have to hit it at the right time? It was all timing, wasn't it?
Right, and as Nick was saying, it's not really a game so much as like a cartoon where you're like skipping chapters. And the worst part about it was that it was pretty jumpy. I think I've got a clip here. We got these like blackouts before, and it was cool that Dirk would die. You know?
Yeah.
The animation was amazing, but it wasn't that much fun. And so like when they brought out it's not the sequel. There was a sequel later, but the similar Space Ace, it was diminishing returns, and there weren't that many.
Yeah.
Laserdisc games.
We weren't going to be fooled again.
Yeah. Well, until the next dumb thing came up. But what I remember is they tried to port it to computers, and when I saw that they had it for Commodore 64, I ran to my computer, and this is what I got. And I have to say, this was one of the better ports.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so Ruby Spears tried to cash in. They had a 13-episode Saturday morning cartoon from 84 to 85, so they kind of missed the crest of this.
Daphne looks a little more modest in the Saturday morning version. Yeah.
They put clothes on her.
Did Nick's favorite animator Don Bluth, did he animate this, or did somebody at Ruby Spears?
No, this was the animation was extraordinarily shady, and like the game, there wasn't much to it. And as far as cast, you had I did want to mention that there's of all the merchandise, the only thing that I thought was worth mentioning was these stickers, but I just like the idea of rub-off games. Just like the expression rub-off games. I'm just here for the rub-off games.
Yeah, we should play more rub-off games on the show.
But let's see. You did have.
Is one of those Bluth?
No, Arthur Burgart.
I'll let you know when Bluth comes up, Joe.
On the left, you've got Arthur Burgart as Singe the Dragon. He was Destro. You've got in the middle, you've got Nick's best friend, who's not Don Bluth, Fred Travalena, a.k.a. Thanksgiving Parade Joker.
Mr. Travalena, Mr. Fred Travalena.
I'm glad I get that. As King Ethelred, and Peter Cullen on the right as Bertram the Horse. Yes.
Nice.
And Sir Hubert Blunt.
Okay.
But other than that, Dirk the Daring was by a stand-up comedian who I don't think did much after that, and the Squire Timothy was portrayed by Michael Mish, who was Turbo Teen, who sent us something, a cell phone video on a previous episode. So.
Oh, nice. Any Welker?
Zero Welker.
Oh, Welker got snubbed.
Well, we've been in a Welker drought here on Shaturday, so we might have to change that.
So after all that, here is part 1 of the first episode of Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, this is not blue.
Not up to snuff. This is further than anybody made it in the game.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any online playthroughs where they win.
There are a lot.
Are there?
That's the only reason you'd play it, was basically you just wanted to see more of the cartoon.
Sure, I could sit at home and watch cartoons for free, but...
Dun, 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 dun. We should do a montage of all themes that end with dun, 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 dun.
Once upon a time, in the lovely kingdom ruled by the good King Ethelred, nobles came from far and wide for a great celebration at the king's castle. Everybody in the kingdom was dressing in their finest and putting his best
backgrounds
foot
are pretty
forward
good.
on this day.
Yeah.
For it was
How many
almost
seasons?
Princess
One.
Daphne's
13
birthday.
episodes.
I have the greatest gift of all for Princess Daphne. Nothing you could get her would even come close.
That's Optimus / Avenger.
Oh, you can kind of
Did
hear it.
somebody mention my name? Dirk, were you and Sir Hubert talking about birthday presents by any chance?
No, Your Highness. It was just Sir Hubert Blunt boasting what a great gift he got you.
Oh, Sir Hubert's always carrying on. I'm sure Dirk the Daring got me something much better.
I think Sir Hubert Blunt would be a good marijuana brand.
But
You know, like,
I shall undertake
yeah.
a quest. A quest to find you the greatest birthday gift ever.
A quest! That's
A gift card to Lowe's.
When do we start?
Well, I don't think that is
Which is to say...
that is... And then
We'll have to go alone, Daphne. I mean, how would it look for you to go on a quest for your own gift?
That's always the way it is. Princesses
The
aren't
outfit that
supposed
launched
to go on
1,000
quests.
rub-offs.
Oh, Dirk wants a gift for his pretty princess. Well, I shall help him find one. He... Knock it off!
Did they merchandise this? Did they do action figures and stuff?
They did not. Well, recently everything's an action figure now.
Yeah.
Not then. No.
Good. Take the golden falcon.
But you know, every
and
IP
make
is now
sure
made into
Dirk
like a full
finds it.
CGI cartoon. I feel like there's enough recognition of Dragon's Lair. It could be something. The D&D movie did well.
I don't think... I was just reading that the D&D movie did not do well.
Really?
Financially.
Oh, I guess it was critics
It was a
liked
critical
it.
hit.
Yeah.
Critical hit.
Good one.
Yeah.
Wow! Master Dirk better see this right away!
I like that page boy
I am
haircut.
looking online for about $1,000. You can get an original production cell.
Princess.
Master Dirk!
More than I thought it
Master
would.
Dirk!
That seems high.
But for $5, I'll give you a rub-off.
This better be important, Squire Timothy.
Oh, it is! It is!
Nick, would you trade heads of hair with Timothy?
A brave knight
Page
will
boy?
find
And you have to keep it as it is.
at Limestone Cavern.
I
Wait,
would say
you'd
no.
have to shave your beard too.
Limestone
Yeah,
Cavern?
no.
That's
I
in the
wouldn't do it.
Dragon's territory.
And you'd have to be a professional
Yes,
squire.
but it's worth it for a royal birthday gift.
No deal. The stakes could be higher. He has to get a birthday gift from Daphne.
Guess I'll just have to go through that door.
Thanks for updating me, because I was wondering what's
That's
going
it.
on.
That's all that's
Yeah.
happened.
I can follow that.
Getting goons!
Classic Scooby-Doo read.
Come on, goons, come and get me.
It has a couple of the tropes so far of like the good.
Yeah.
And the well, that is to say.
And then
Oh, you know what else we need more of is if I could just reach the sword.
Thanks for the
Yeah.
hand.
He-Man has a lot of those.
Bertram?
Yeah.
Must reach sword in order to vanquish.
There's something really creepy going on here. I'll bet Singe
And I
is
think
behind
George
it.
is behind
Then
it.
you two wait for me outside. I won't be long.
Trapdoor?
Be careful, Master Dirk.
Hey, I'll give him credit. It wasn't differently colored.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which cell I would pay $1,000 for. I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Oh, I think you know which one.
It would involve Daphne. I know that.
I assume they didn't give her nips in this cartoon.
Like one in
Bluth
the...
did. Maybe that's why Bluth.
Well, by
Bluth
the
is that his
dragon's
name?
teeth.
Don Bluth, yeah.
That
Don
note
Bluth.
was
Maybe-
right.
That's why Bluth is your hero.
It's beautiful.
Seems like a sexual man.
A real
Wow.
gift for a princess.
Not in The Secret of Nim. There's no nipples at all.
Home,
Now,
Bertram.
in
Home,
Arrested Development,
Timothy.
I'm assuming that
We're
was the
off to
Bluth family was
Daphne's
named after Don
birthday.
Bluth. It was a tip of the cap to him.
It's possible. He has a Disney pedigree.
Perfect. My plan will take effect tomorrow.
That dragon has the best voice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, thank you so much. This is just wonderful.
Oh, no. It's Blunt.
A gift fit for a princess, Your Highness.
Oh, Sir Hubert. Sir Hubert, I don't know what to say. It's you.
He kind of gave her a plunket.
Happy birthday,
Mouth was open.
princess. Excuse me for a moment.
Autobots transform.
No!
Daddy, it's magnificent.
Oh, Magnum. Oh, yes. Well, it's nothing, Daphne. I just don't know who this is from.
It's from me.
Good king voice.
I braved the limestone cavern to fetch this for you. Happy birthday, princess.
Oh, Dirk.
It is time. Gather the forces while I liven up their little party.
I'd pay $100 for that cell. Right
That's
there.
pretty cool one.
To the kingdom is mine to hold. Unlock the door, bird of gold.
I like that character.
Come to life, spring into flight. Deliver the princess to me.
Can you do that voice, Nick?
What? The dragon?
Dragon, yeah.
Spring into flight. Deliver the princess to me.
I mean, like from now on.
Oh, instead of the.
Yeah,
okay,
he didn't
sure.
want an example. No,
Oh.
Just in life.
Just going forward.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't. She was shocked before the bird even transformed. She was like, "Huh?" And it wasn't even doing anything.
I don't think Nick's specialty is voices like that, though. I think it's like the king's voice. The king's voice
Yes,
is more
yes.
Nick's speed. Nick, can you do the king's voice?
I don't quite remember this king, but something like, I don't remember where it came from, Princess Daphne.
That's
Something
all,
like
that's
that.
all kings. That's
No,
all
okay.
kings.
I also meant from now on. I
Of
didn't
course.
example.
Okay, no more examples going forward.
Steve, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I loved it.
Okay. I don't mean. I mean in general. Like about sports or something. Right.
You know, the Eagles play really well last weekend. That's what this reminded me of.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Oh, because the eagle there.
It's like the Trojan horse.
That's the cell right there.
Yep,
That's the cell.
there's our thumbnail.
Gotcha, bird.
Get me down from here. Dirk, you know I don't like heights.
Surrender, Ethelred.
Doesn't mind being
your
carried off by a
castle
mystical
and
eagle.
Your
Lower to the
kingdom
ground.
to singe, for you will never see the pretty princess again.
What do we do now?
We'll go. We'll rescue the
Pretty good,
princess.
Nick.
Singe can't do that to us. No, Your Majesty. I'm responsible for this. I'll go alone.
Nick, your voice
Besides,
talent
it'll be
resume
safer
would
for
probably
just
be
one night to brave the
like
dragon's
Cookie
lair.
King,
Yeah.
and like Clown.
Yes, well, I
Forgetful
do see
Wizard.
your point, but
I thought he did a pretty good job with the Singe.
Good
Public,
luck.
Still waiting for my ship to come in, voice talent-wise.
Scouts usually watch the show, so
Ready to
Boy
have
Scout.
at him?
Have at whom, Master Dirk?
Huh?
No, terrible animation.
they got lazy with that one.
Yeah.
Singe set a trap for us.
Singe had set a trap indeed. With Giddy Goons advancing from one direction and with Mudman coming from
Where'd
the
this
other.
narrator come from?
What would you
Has he always been here?
Yeah. Oh, maybe at
So
the very beginning.
They were trying to make it like the game there, where they said, "Here's the situation. What would you do?"
What
And-
I would
Cool
do,
idea.
I would push the button right now.
Yeah, that's
Hit
what I would
left.
do. Yeah.
well. That button actually controls the commercials we're about to watch.
Oh, cool.
Oh, hit it, Joe.
Yeah.
These are a bunch of commercials for fantasy games, and you'll note the common theme is yelling, grunting, explosions, and general cacophony. I tried to arrange it so that the grunting increases over the course.
Oh,
but I don't
nice.
know.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
increasing
excited about
grunts.
these.
Yeah.
Isn't that the band 30-foot increasing grunts by
I think
Russell
you're thinking
Crowe?
of the Brothers Grunt.
Okay.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Tonight, instead of just playing a video game, live it. Swords and Serpents takes you to a new world where you become one of a band of super warriors.
Whoa.
Do you enter the dungeon?
Yep, that's what the game's like, I'm sure.
Or forge ahead. The battle is at hand. You must gain experience and power by defeating the evils of the dark. Danger lurks in the dungeon, but so do the rewards.
Glistening.
Enter Claim's world of Swords and Serpents on your NES.
Oh, commercial.
If you dare.
Yeah. And then when you get the game and are disappointed.
Inside another dimension, face battling barbarians and evil magic on a quest for adventure in a maze of monsters. This is Hero Quest, the fantasy adventure game where winning means mastering the arts of combat.
They just remade this game.
And magic.
Hasbro did.
Discover traps and enemies. Uncover
There's lots
secret
of
doors.
reading cards.
Once you get into it, you'll never be the same. Hero Quest.
In the land
Classic.
of Muldark or the River Quell, the battle masters fought and many fell. Great armies marched against an evil power to win back the land and the ancient tower.
this looks awesome.
Battle masters, the game of orcs and ogres, wolf riders and more, versus knights and
Yeah,
archers,
let's play
and
this.
the cannons roar. Command your armies, you must not fail. It's good versus evil on an epic scale. Battle masters,
we know
the
it's
Hero
good.
Quest.
They didn't show the kids pouring over like that.
And the barbarians will do battle this day with crossbows.
I rolled a 5, you rolled a 3.
Oh, I
Add my
can't say how
army.
badly I wanted this game when I was a kid, and I got it. And how disappointed it was.
You got it, Steve?
Oh yeah,
What?
this was like all I asked for Christmas one year was crossbows and catapults, and I was so excited. And then I think I maybe played it twice. I did
the rubber
like
band
just
broke, probably.
Yeah, well, I did just fly little checkers with the catapults. The crossbows really weren't very helpful because we had the carpets. So
And you had to read like an instruction manual too. That
Yeah,
they don't show that in any of these commercials.
I just kickstarted the new version of Crossbows and Catapults, Steve, so I think we can get a nice modern game of this in the near future.
Oh,
Is it
please.
rug friendly this time? Can you?
I hope so. I think they do have.
Technologies.
The rubber bands are still in use though, so that might still be a problem.
Spies, kings, strange and mystical weapons. Towers topple, and the sacred treasure is captured. Crossbows and Catapults by Lakeside, the fantasy adventure game with real action. Better luck next time.
It's the battle action game, Weapons and Warriors. In Weapons and Warriors,
Man.
you blast your enemy with crossbows,
I haven't heard a lot of
cannons,
these.
catapults, and if your aim is deadlier than his, victory will be yours. Weapons and Warriors, 4 sets to
Commercials
choose
are
from.
incredible.
Come on. Working still to this day.
Finally, yeah!
Triumph is ours!
Yelling.
But the battle of wizards and warriors continues with Iron Sword. The evil wizard Malkil will take the shape of the earth, wind, water, and fire.
Farewell! The fate of the world is in your hands! Backed by a beast!
Live the saga of Iron Sword on your Nintendo Entertainment System from Acclaim.
Like the example he showed is just him trying to jump and failing.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
They all had the same glistening warrior in them, basically.
It's all Malibu from American Gladiator.
Yeah.
And I tell you, young Steve Lawrence would have bought them all.
Oh, I want them.
So Iron Sword was the follow-up to Wizards and Warriors. I had Wizards and Warriors, and one thing I remember about that game is that it had an incredible soundtrack. I remember just like really enjoying the music in that one. I bet it's sampleable. I should look up to see if anybody sampled Wizards and Warriors. There's so many good songs in that.
Of things for people to sample because you always make suggestions.
Yeah, I'll hop on Tumblr. I'll hop on Tumblr after this,
Yeah.
and I'll get that blog started.
Joe.
Yeah, it seems like something I do. Yeah.
Live Journal, Live Joe. Okay.
It's all good
all right,
stuff.
Let's get back to the exciting conclusion of this nightmare. What are your thoughts so far?
Wow, I just hope Dirk's birthday present turns out to be okay.
I don't mind it. I think it's okay. It's not as hilarious as I was expecting, but it's enjoyable to watch. Steve, where do you stand on it?
Yeah,
I would like it to be more like, because they do, obviously have a lot of Scooby-Doo elements to it. I would rather them go full Scooby-Doo, make it a little bit more jokey and a little bit more. I just feel like they're not hitting there. But I think I would have really liked it when I was a kid.
I like the idea of fantasy, but kind of goofy. Like if you're not into I didn't watch much of the D&D cartoon or like those ones that were like the fantasy cartoons that took themselves too seriously. This one had a good idea to be a little goofier, but yeah, the jokes aren't right there.
Well, like Army of Darkness, I think is the best example of that. Yeah, the fantasy when it's funny and slapstick.
Could have been that.
Great.
What episode was this in the run?
First.
So, and I also feel like I have no idea who like the bad knight is.
For Daphne's character, I feel like I know that she's the princess, but I feel like she should have been like a peasant or something who's trying to make it. You don't want to follow the rich person who's getting a million gifts. Well, you're supposed to feel sorry for him. I don't know.
Right. She should have had more agency. Yeah.
My 2 cents on Daphne's character.
Your corner.
And why not give her nipples?
You know what? Let's give Optimus Prime nipples.
Sure, give them all nipples.
I hope somebody sampled that. Missing that.
Which way did you choose?
If Dirk had gone to fight the Bloodmen, this would have been his fate.
I mean, you can't really choose. You just have to.
Bloodmen will move it slower. You gotta fight them second.
Fortunately, Dirk decided to attack the Giddy Goons instead.
Okay, so that's the choice he would have made.
I like that as a gimmick for a cartoon, though.
But Master Dirk, I thought you knew where Singe's castle was.
I mean, Netflix has those
A
interactive.
tavern! There's bound to
Right.
be somebody there who
There's a
can
Black
tell us
Mirror
where
one.
Singe's castle
Yeah.
is.
You're still looking for the president?
Well,
I think they're looking for the president now.
No.
What do you
That could have
think,
been
Tim?
Welker.
Think they might know the way? Excuse me, friends. Can you tell me how to get to the dark castle of Singe the dragon?
You sound like Jawas.
They're ripping off Jawas
Perhaps
so
I
hard.
didn't make myself clear.
Oh, there's a lawsuit.
You mean I
Of
just
ruin.
stay on this
Yep.
road? Thanks for the help. There it is, Singe's castle.
It's like with the Jawas, like gimmick that's like the Jawas, but there's no jokes there. He just gets the information. It's a
Right.
little
Well, also,
Right.
and he didn't even really need it. Because then he left
Yeah,
and he was
just
like,
stay-
oh, there it is.
Yeah, just
Why
stay on
don't
the
you
path.
make it a fair fight? Just you and me.
Oh, they're saving her.
Put me down!
Maybe rescuing her is going to be his present. That's the best present I ever got.
Oh, okay.
You'll be perfectly safe until your father turns his kingdom over to me.
Never. He'll never give you his kingdom.
That would be too bad for you. I've been waiting.
Maybe at the end he gives her that $1,000 animation file that Steve saw online.
Yes.
So, like a lot of these are straight from the video game, right? In this pilot. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
like
feel like
this. Like his scores. Do you remember this?
yeah.
Is that in the
I don't
video
remember,
game?
but I watched some of the video game today. I remember seeing.
It's what I remember from the 8 seconds in which I played the game.
Gotta hand it to the scoring.
Yeah.
They really went balls up.
Sorry, yeah.
Can't go back that way.
The bridge or the rope? Or is there another way across? What would you do? If Dirk had chosen the bridge, this would have happened.
Don't want your chances.
And if he'd chosen the rope,
He's going to use one of those things to slide across.
oh no! It seemed hopeless. What to
They seem to have the same death scream from the video game.
But why did they give us 2 failing options?
I'm coming, Daphne!
It's unfair.
Yeah. And I couldn't tell if that was a pole you could use for pole vault.
Stay put till I get back!
Kind of cool that they kill off the main character a few times in every episode.
Yeah, I don't mind the conceit at all.
Yeah,
that Ethelred's
I think it's a little more clever.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he hasn't. He's come to rescue me and cook your scales, dragon. Haven't you, Dirk?
Kind of got an I Dream of Genie.
Oh, yeah.
They
They've ripped off Genie, they've ripped off Jawas.
Get the key, Dirk. The key to my cave. It's around Singe's neck.
The key to my cave?
I
know what
think
that
he's
means.
about to make things really hot.
What do you think his present to her is going to be at the end? George, you don't get to guess. I'm guessing that him rescuing her. That's the best gift he could have given me.
I'm glad you didn't say something like about his wiener.
Look at the convenient door that appeared in the...
The old
Burned his crotch. Yeah.
A crotch burn.
It's Singe. Dirk, he can't move.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I was afraid something awful happened and we were just...
Let's get
Sounds
out
like
of
a
here.
can. I'm just gonna say that. That's my new go-to too.
It's a good line. It works in a lot of places.
But we're not a long way from Singe or his giddy goons. They're still after us.
Stop
Love
over
thinking
there,
out loud.
next to that stone arch. I have an idea. When Singe hits these logs, we've
Is the
got him.
Squire, Timothy, is he into Daphne? Are they always trying to is there like a love
Daphne,
interest there?
where are you?
He seems pretty chaste, but I don't know.
Oh, is he a eunuch?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's covered in the next episode.
He's like Varys. Yeah.
When he becomes a eunuch, it's graphic too.
Would you buy that, Sal?
You fool!
And thanks to you, my daughter has been saved.
Thanks to
My
you.
kingdom has been
Yeah,
saved.
see, that's your wheelhouse right
And
there.
my birthday's been saved.
Let the celebration continue.
Master
You're
Dirk,
right, Joe.
what do we do for a birthday gift now?
His gift was rescuing her.
I'll buy one of your birds. Had a change of heart, eh?
Yeah, well, that other bird was enchanted, and we had to go deep into the forest, and...
Oh, you got her bird.
Dirk, it's lovely.
Just weren't right.
Nobody guessed that one.
all was well in the kingdom once
Oh, they're the
more,
love interest.
as a simple, lovely songbird proved to be a better gift
No.
than Singe's fabulous
It should have
golden
been the Squire, or maybe he should also be in love with her.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a tension there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell them how to make their cartoon here, but All these people who worked on this. A lot of people worked on this.
And I bet nobody remembers it.
No.
No.
And we'll never remember it either.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the potential was there. Could have been better. That's my overall take.
They
And
blew it.
again, everyone should have had nipples. That's just my strong opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, why did the dragon just come and attack the town and take over the kingdom? They ever get
Okay,
into that?
you ruined it for me, but thanks.
I don't think he can
That's a
leave
good
his
point.
cave.
Yeah. That was a
left his
roundabout
cave-
way
He
of.
left his cave to go after him.
Oh, that's true. You'd think he'd need to guard his treasure, but I don't know. That's a question for Bluth.
We'll have him on the show sometime. We got a game?
We do. So here's a new game. I mean, they're all new games. I don't know why I say it like that.
A new game. I'm excited.
It's a new game. It's called Dungeons and Dragons or Bullshit. Essentially, I'm going to describe a module, and you tell me whether it's real or is it bullshit.
Okay.
You'll first have to tell me what a module is.
Since we're watching Dragon's Lair, it put me in mind of Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons, of course, the role-playing game in which a dungeon master describes a scenario, and you used to be able to buy these. They're called modules. I think they're still called modules. Do they even make them anymore? I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, they do.
These thin little booklets that the dungeon master reads to plan the campaign.
I'm familiar with them now.
So I guess what I'm wondering is, when I describe the following items, are they Dungeons and Dragons modules, or is this some bullshit I made up?
I think I get it.
Okay. Twilight of the Gnomes. This is a module for which the EPA gave TSR an award. The module is about an environmental catastrophe that kills an entire population of gnomes. Is that a Dungeons and Dragons module, or is that some sort of bullshit I made up?
I think that's Dungeons and Dragons. I think that sounds real. I don't know how you'd be able to make up that the EPA gave TSR. What's TSR? Is that the Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. What does it stand for?
The company that makes. Oh yeah. I don't know actually. It's based in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
I'm going to go the opposite way. It does sound very believable, but I think that's what George wants us to believe. So I'm going against this being real.
I don't think he's clever enough. I don't think he's
I
clever
do.
enough to come up with it. All right.
I'm saying it's real.
I've got good news for me. It's bullshit.
He is clever enough. God damn it.
All right. Okay. So 2.
Steve's up 1-0.
Up the Garden Path. Made for the 1986 National Gardening Festival. It includes a map of the event with the parking lot described as a, quote, gray wasteland surrounding the universe.
Oh, see that again. I think that's way too stupid to be fake. I'm gonna say it's real.
I'd play this, so I'm gonna say it's real too.
Well, I'm going to let you guys catch up on one, and I'm going to say this is fake.
Well, this was, in fact, real.
Yes.
There are about 50 copies in
Not a
existence.
doubt.
It was a one-off. Yeah, I mean, who would want to play this other than Nick?
Did the EPA give them any awards or anything for that? Or
The EPA has taken a non-game related stance.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, TSR Tactical Studies Rules.
Right.
That's what that stands for.
Okay. Heart at the Dawn of the Rock, a module made under the pen name of Anson Williams, a.k.a. Potsy from Happy Days.
Ooh. I'm gonna say it's bullshit, but I hope it's true.
The name
I'm gonna
sounds
go with
like.
Nick.
I'll go the opposite of what they're going. I'm gonna say it's bullshit. But the name sounds like whenever you take those refrigerator magnets, and like they'd have like D&D module Heart at the Dawn of the Rock. Doesn't that
I think
sound
we're
like-
all saying it's bullshit then.
Oh wait. No, I'm saying it's real. I'm saying whatever's opposite of you guys. It's
Okay,
real.
well, it is bullshit. I got the name from Dungeon at the Heart of Dawn, which was a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon episode, as well as Journey to the Rock, a module that was pretty lousy that I bought.
I knew when you threw Potsy in, I was like, oh, that's a George. You know, George would throw Potsy in.
Okay. Palace of the Silver Princess, a low-level adventure recalled because it included an image of three-headed monsters with the heads of TSR employees and management.
I'm gonna say that's real.
Bullshit.
So tough. I am going to say it's real.
It is, in fact, real. This
Yeah.
was a module by Jean Wells, who I believe was the first female employee at TSR. That image was switched on her at the edit stage, And so it was the only thing she ever got published, and she left in unpleasant circumstances. They redid the module. You can see it's in green, and you can still get it. But these orange ones are extremely rare because they were pulped, except for a few that were taken home. One is currently for sale on eBay. It's expected to go for upwards of 10 grand.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Okay.
Steve, did you play D&D?
Not very much, no. I mean, I have played it before, but not a ton.
Mostly as an adult, not as a kid?
I played a few times as a kid with my brother, and then, but more probably as an adult.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay, and then finally, an adventure for 3, a vegan elf, a filthy barbarian, and a wise director monk.
Okay.
Real or fake?
It's real. It's real every week on VCR Party.
It's real to me.
I'm gonna say that's real. Yeah.
No, that's 100% real.
I typed into not ChatGPT, Bing's image creation. Let's see. I asked for. I said I wanted baseball hats.
By the way.
I said
That
red
one
hair
looks
on
like
the.
Nick. That actually looks like Nick. Wait, which one am I? Am I the strong one?
You're the giant hulking guy.
Yeah. And there's a beer by Steve too. So that
right,
checks
only
out.
by Steve.
Yeah. Right.
And you're the creature in the back. Is that what you were?
Yes.
Well, that's the module I want to play. I think everybody
right?
needs the VCR Party module for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, could you do that? Or like we're on the quest for like a wonderful VHS tape that we should do that. We should play that.
My original plan for the game was to make a 5-minute adventure, but it was supposed to be the 3 of you in a tavern.
Well, I just want the Saturday morning history to recognize that I beat Joe in this game. So as long as that reflects.
Was that? What'd you score? I thought we tied.
No, I beat you.
Really? I mean, who really pays attention to that? You know?
Who pays attention to any games that Joe doesn't win?
I know our module would have a lot of in-party fighting. I know that. That would be a huge part of it.
Oh, I would like throw potions at you guys constantly. All right, good one, George.
I don't know about that, but
goodish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we learn anything?
Yeah, I learned something. Sure. Let's say I learned something. Dragon's Lair is a lot like life. You pay your money for the illusion of choice. You think you're the hero of your own story, but you're just being controlled by an unseen hand, usually by a preteen with one of those mustaches that's just coming in and puts their quarters down to show you they have the next game. And no matter what decisions you make, you die in the end. But if you're lucky, you might see a couple nipples along the way. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the blue thing.
Whoa!
It's a hard left turn.
Yeah. Oh, yes. White Bluths.
Well, that was a fun one. I like revisiting Dragon's Lair, and I liked seeing your culture. I think the highlight was seeing your Culture Club hat.
I think the episode peaked at that point. Yeah.
Well, you do know, Nick, that Allie that's requested this, so this is going to be in your domicile soon.
Whoa, I get the Culture Club hat?
Well, she gets it. You get to.
Oh.
I'm sure
I
she'll
get to
forget
look at
about
it.
it. But you could probably have the Pac-Man buttons.
I'll definitely take those.
Okay. I hope everybody has a magnificent Saturday.
Yep. So far, so good. We're kicking it off great. And Steve, thanks for joining us. You did okay.
Listen, I'm just happy that I was able to beat you.
Yeah.
I mean, that last question wasn't even a real question. George just made it up on the spot.
Well, we all got that one wrong, so that should help you.
This whole show is made up on the spot. And that's why we call it Saturday Morning Cartoons. So happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Sure, get them all nipples.